Hello everybody, Mike here from the On the Stack podcast at icewarm.org/magic. This is the very first video I'm creating as part of my Patreon page, and doing probably one of these videos a week at the $50 level. So if you want to see more of these, consider becoming a patron, and that's at patreon.com/icewarm. Alright, so the first video I'm going to be showing you the Goblin deck I've been working on. It's right here. I'm going to edit the deck. I'm just going to go through and show you what cards are in the deck. Alright, so this is all mono red, and I have it set to auto land, so there's 24 land automatically. The first card we have is Banefire, and it deals X damage to target creature or player, and if it's more than 5, it can't be countered. This is just a good direct damage spell. Next up we have the Coordinated Assault. Gives 2 creatures 1/1 and first strike until the end of turn. This deck has a lot of creatures, goblins specifically, and a lot of token creatures, so this can buff up your goblins. We have 2 Foundry Street Denizens. They're 1/1s for 1, pretty cheap. And whenever another red creature comes into play, it gets +1/+0. So like I said, there's a lot of goblins and a lot of token goblins that come in, which can increase its power even more. We have, how many of them? 2. 2 Fur of the Bitten, 1 mana, and it gives the creature +2/+2, and makes it attack each turn if possible. That's not really a problem here because we have the Goblin Rabble Master in the deck, and he'll make most red creatures attack anyway. So this just gives it +2/+2, which is nice. Next up, we have 2 Shocks. Good way to do 2 damage to something. Remove a creature, basically removes a creature with toughness 2 or less, and it can be cast as an instant as well. 1 Goblin Shortcutter. If I had more than one of these in my collection in the game, I would have that in here. But it's a 2 mana for a 2/1, and it makes something not be able to block. We have 2 Maniacal Rage. 2 mana, gives it 2/2, but it can't block. Blocking isn't really an issue in this deck. This deck is really fast, and I've won a lot of games pretty quickly with it, so blocking isn't that important, but getting the +2/+2 is a nice bonus. Have 2 Fling. You can sacrifice a creature, and it deals its power to another target creature or player, which is good because I have some cards that can let me take control of my opponent's creatures, and then I can fling their own creatures at them and basically sacrifice their own creatures and do damage. We have 2 Krenko's Command, 2 mana, and puts out 2 1/1 goblins. And the star of the deck is the Goblin Rabble Master. I have 2 of these. So makes other goblin creatures attack if possible, and at the beginning of your turn it generates a 1/1 token, and whenever he attacks he gets +1/+0 for every other goblin that's attacking. So with the tokens and with the other goblins, it can get pretty powerful. Oh, there we go. We have 2 Anger of the Gods. It's a 3 mana removal spell, does 3 damage to everything. So if your opponent has a bunch of creatures that are, toughness 3 or less, and you're almost out of creatures or have none out, this is a good way to clear their board. We have 2 Lightning Talons. 3 mana, gives it +3/+3 and first strike. Just a good way to get your creatures buffed up. We have 1 Seismic Strike. It deals damage to something based on how many mountains you have. It's kind of like the Spinning Earth card, but this allows you to do it to creatures and not just players. And here's where the Fling card comes into play. So we have Active Treason. Gain control of target creature until the end of turn, and it gains haste. And then I can use Fling to sacrifice that creature and do that much damage to that opponent. We have 4 Bolts of Keranos. It's a little expensive for it's 3, does 3 damage, but it lets you scry 1, which lets you look at the top card of your library and place it on either the top or the bottom of your library. So if you have a bunch of lands and you scry a land, you can put the land at the bottom and get something better in your next draw, hopefully. And then we also have 4 Potent of Betrayals. 4 mana, gain control of target creature, gains haste, just like the Betrayal card, but it lets you scry 1 as well. And we have the Warstorm Surge. It's 6, so it's kind of expensive, but whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. Like I said, all the lands are automatic. I'm gonna show you the deck in action really quick. Save the deck. Alright, go back. Campaign, and we'll go to Innistrad. And just do the Explore Innistrad level. I've already beaten all the Innistrad packs, or boards anyway. Alright, we're gonna continue. See if I got a good draw. 3 lands. Yep, we'll keep it. Throw out a land. Alright, Liliana is up. There's a swamp. Drew another land. Throw a land. Throw out a Crinkle's Command. And get 2 1/1 tokens. And we'll end their turn. Throws another swamp out and doesn't do anything. I have 3. I don't know if I want to use the Bolt of Keranos yet. Well, I have 4 of them, so yeah, I'll go ahead and use it against her. And I put that at the top or bottom of my library. It is the Maniacal Rage will give a creature 2/2 and it can't block. So I'll put that at the top. I'll buff one of the goblins up next turn. We'll attack. So just in this one turn, we've already done 5 damage. See what Liliana puts out. Enters the dragon, opponent discards a card. Okay. I'll probably just discard a land. Alright, Maniacal Rage. Oh yeah, we gotta throw a land out. It can block, but it will get killed if it blocks. So, takes damage down to 12. Nothing flying. Nope, it's flying. I can't block it. Okay, take the damage. 3/1. Discard some cards. Another mountain. Take control of that. And I get to scry 1. Put that at the top. And it can't block since it's already tapped. I'll attack them all. And she gets that creature back at the end of the turn. But next turn I'll just treason it and keep it. Alright, I cannot block any of this. Main phase, what do we have here? 4/3 Death Touch. Deals damage to a player. My player discards a card and put a token into play. 4/3. Okay, well we're gonna short. We have 5 mana. We're gonna Goblin Short Cutter him. Alright, and active treason on him. And we will attack with everything. As you see, it's a pretty quick deck. I didn't even have to get the Goblin Rabble Master out. These active treason cards and permanent betrayal cards are excellent in the deck. As you saw, we did 5 damage in 1 turn with both the Keranos and the 2 Goblins. So, it's a pretty good deck. And that's going to do it for this video. Well, actually, not yet. It's going to open the Innistrad pack, see what we get. We got the Cobbled Wings. The Bloodflow Connoisseur. The Necromancer's Assistant. The Blind Phantasm. The Artful Dodge. There's the Fleeting Distraction. The Gargoyle Sentinel. The Howlgeist. The Malfell Twins. And the rare is Elder of Laurels. Alright, again. Yeah, so that's probably going to do it for this video. If you want to see more of these videos, like I said earlier, go to patreon.com/IceWarm and support the On the Stack podcast. And we'll see all of you on the stack.